Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it's time for an upper body day, and super happy with today's workout. Everything just felt good, everything flowed exactly how I wanted. The training max, trying to grip these as wide as possible with a flat back. These are obviously not true maxes, I need to remind people of that. They're almost a warm-up in me just practicing heavy singles. Tried to hold it at least 3 seconds. Obviously I could have done several reps with that, but that's not the point. Couple notes. Number one, the supine grip stuff. I had said in the last vlog, I don't know, I feel like my bicep tendons might be hurting. I need to quit doing the supine work and do hammer curls. I assessed it further. Realized I was just being whiny. As I've kind of checked all the areas, it's bicep DOMs. It's not the tendon, it's the lower half of the bicep. Well, if I'm getting DOMs in my biceps and I'm pushing the chins, the weighted chins, and the semi-strict barbell curls pretty hard, and my biceps hurt of only, 6 total sets, I'm clearly doing something right. I need to keep doing it. As long as the tendons are not inflamed, this is not a problem. And I'm getting a little forearm soreness and stuff, but it is predominantly really in the bicep and the brachialis. So, accordingly, I should probably keep doing it. It's clearly working, and we know that arms are a very, very high priority for me, and they really need to be. So, going to keep doing that, and I've also realized looking at my overall volumes, delts are not that high of a priority. I feel like I've got pretty good shoulders overall. I don't need to do multiple exercises for my delts. I think just some laterals at the end of the workouts will be fine. So what I want to do is make sure that my pecs and lats are not getting undertrained. Now I am doing 6 sets a week for each, which for me is a little low, and we're not counting the training maxes, right? Because I do 3 sets of bench, 3 sets of weighted chins. Now these are really, really high quality movements because again, I'm doing pauses, really wide grip, right? Real strict on the benching. Same with pull-ups. I feel a ton of lat and bicep on the pull-ups. Hey, but the bench sets are high quality. But I want to make sure I get a second movement for all of that. So I've decided to add pullovers again at the end. I was doing them for a while. I felt like they're a great movement. I want to add them back in slowly. But all this went good. So I did the pretty easy training max. Then we did 3 by 6 on both of these. So weighted chins with a 45. These were pretty much to failure because I felt like the 6 rep each time I was struggling to get the last rep. I don't know if it really counts. So these are definitely to failure. Doing that nice long pause at the bottom into the dead hang for me, and which is the deepest stretch I can get, and then trying to get that last rep. Same thing with all the benching. Since I knew 6 reps is real close to my limit for these, maybe if I didn't pause the last one, I could get a little more, but I'm forcing it to be a 0 rep in reserve by taking the last rep to a long pause. As long of a pause as I think I can get away with each time, right? And again, the chest is just lit up on all these because I'm still getting used to doing this really wide grip that I've built up to. I feel like there's so much growth potential in the chest there, right? So much growth potential. And again, let my tricep movements be my tricep movements. Again, obviously bench will always grow some tricep, but it's like we'll push tricep movements just as hard. And that's the beauty of this. So really what I'm doing, I'm looking at main exercises and accessories. So it's in this case, it's going to be bench and chins. My primary accessories are going to be arms. Those are the weak links, right? So it's tricep extensions and barbell curls. All right. So that means a little heavier on the main movements and then a little lighter. We're trying to get 8+ reps, preferably 10+ on those other movements. And that's basically what I did. So these I managed to squeeze out 6, and I do them in a way, again, I try to take those hangs at the very end, and I try to do a long pause on what I know is going to be my last rep, just to make it a little more difficult, to make sure that set's a high quality set. All right, these extensions, I've had to build up to this weight, and I'm not really getting further with this weight, although I think some of the sessions I've hit like 9 because I failed on the final rep. So I managed to get all 3 by 10 with these today with this weight. And again, what I do with some of that as I get near the end, I really start trying to get that as deep of a stretch as I can with the pullover part. I want to make sure I get that long head. And I feel like the more I look at it, triceps are probably, when I see the side views, I mean, I know my arms in general need to come up, but I feel a lot of times like triceps are still smaller than biceps. And that's when I'm seeing it right there. I mean, you see me from the side. I think that's the case. Obviously, arms are high priority though. But I want to make sure I push those extensions real hard. Curls, I'm like, look, let me just do curls in a way and quit worrying about anything that anyone has to say. Try to just do my curls in the manner to where I hurt, where my biceps hurt. I don't just mean a pump. So in this case, it's this fairly close grip, trying to keep the bar in front of me, a little bit of forward movement. And I think it's weird, like I've said that for a long time, and I went and watched a video, Dr. Mike did actually, kind of came through my feed, and he said literally the same thing that I've been saying. Right? He has a PhD in kinesiology, and he's saying the same thing. Look, that forward movement is never, people try to call it front delt. He goes, no, that's bicep. Right? Because if you understand basic physiology, which I had A and P at college, if you understand basic physiology, you know that's part of the function of the bicep, right? It's like, it's a personal preference if you want to do it or not. But, because it's a secondary role. But yeah. So pushing these hard, and I managed to squeeze out 12 reps. I did rest pause for the last couple on the last set of barbell curls to get to that 12, because around 9 felt like it was all I had. So I took a couple seconds between the last couple reps each time. At least it felt like a couple seconds trying to get to that. So it pretty much took the barbell curls to failure. Those extensions were within a rep of failure. So all this stuff are pretty much limit sets. I don't have more than a rep in reserve, if that, on any of these sets. So all 6 of these, 12 sets, right? 3 sets of each of these 4 exercises, we're pushing them that hard. And that's the idea. And I feel like this could be the main workout. So I've realized everything I do after this needs to be to finish just little finishing touches. So pullovers, lateral, stuff like that. And the volume on that, I can base that on how I feel day to day. Because if I do those for 3 full sets, then we're really good, right? That puts me to 12 sets for pecs and lats. But I don't have to have that. Okay? I don't have to have that. Because if I do just 1, it puts me at 8, and then I get a little bit of finishing delt work. I do feel like these 4 exercises will pretty much build my upper body. As long as I push them hard, we're good. Bench press, tricep extension, weighted chin, barbell curl. Pretty good exercises. Push progression. Push each set is very hard because the volume's not super high. And then at the end, it's like, let's come in and do that last little bit of stuff. Laterals, make sure I get a little bit of delt. And I felt like today, I didn't need multiple sets of each. I'm like, just one really good, high quality set. Just to make sure my delts got some extra work. Because I did 6 sets from last workout. And I realized I don't even have to have that much. My delts grow from all the pressing and pulling. And then all these other movements still work shoulders. So I feel like laterals are all I need. I don't need the upright row with it. I really don't. And as I continue to get leaner, my delts will look bigger anyways. And again, getting leaner is a priority. Arms and body fat. Arms and body fat. So I did 1 set of these. Just took it really hard. Managed to squeeze out about 12 reps. That's all I could do. And then I did pullovers. I'm like, I haven't done pullovers in a while. Let me grab a 45 and just start cranking out reps and try to get the best stretch I can. I got to like 25 reps, I think. And I'm like, okay, that's good. So on these, I can finish the workouts with these at the end. And I want to note, I came up I think last workout I said, I feel a little boofy right now. So I'd added more salt in my diet. I'm just cut it back down a little bit. Get the sodium to potassium ratio right again, because it does make me look a little fluffier. I need to keep working on getting leaner, and that water matters. So that loose skin around the waist, I know from my old pictures when I do water cuts, all of that sucks up. It just sucks in tight. So as I lose fat, it will get tighter. But any shift in water weight makes that area expand, and I've noticed that consistently, or shrink. So not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal, but just making a note of it, because I can definitely see it at this angle on the pullovers. But that's okay. The pullovers felt great. Again, felt a lot of chest. And the other thing with that, I want to make sure I get that extra long head of the tricep. If I think triceps are lagging, this also works that long head. So then we have bench, extension, and the pullover. But overall, really happy with today's workout. Everything flowed good. I feel good. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.